Hey, it's Over Space and Equity. We're all about increasing assets and creating new space. Here today to talk about the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, suing Elon Musk. This happened over a week ago. And the lawsuit is associated with the fact that Elon in 2022 purchased majority shares of Twitter, now X, taking it from public to being a private company. The lawsuit alleges that Elon did not follow protocol and by purchasing more than 5% stake in our shares in Twitter, it did not give investors the opportunity to make a decision on what they wanted to do with Twitter. So I read a little bit of excerpt. The Securities and Exchange Commission on Tuesday sued Elon Musk over allegations he misled shareholders about his Twitter stock purchases, escalating the agency's long simmering feud with the billionaire. Now, we'll skip around. The lawsuit alleges that Musk violated a law that requires investors to disclose a stake of 5% or more in a public company within 10 days. The rule, known as 13D, functions as an early warning mechanism for investors who need to know that a large stakeholder may seek to influence or take over the company. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the show Billions. One of the best shows that was on TV. It ran for 7 seasons on Showtime. The main character of the movie is Bobby Axelrod, same guy that played what was that show where he was a spy, a double agent, anyways, or in military, and then he got changed over. Bobby Axelrod is played by a British actor. I don't know why I can't remember his name, but played by a British actor. Then Paul Giamatti plays the Chuck Rhodes, who is the state attorney in the Southern District of New York, and these guys are battling. And there's a lot of very powerful rich people are displayed in their kind of war games with one another. And the reason why this lawsuit from the SEC reminds me of Billions is that we all know nothing's going to change from Elon Musk's standpoint. He's still going to be one of the richest people on the earth. He's still going to own SpaceX. He's still going to own Twitter X. He's still going to own Tesla. He's still going to have his hands in other business adventures. And he's still going to be part of the new Trump administration in their attempt to reduce government waste or whatever that nonsense is called. What happens in these war games is just power shifts. People trying to not just prove how powerful they are, but really I think it's designed to frustrate one another. So if Elon is dealing with a lawsuit from the SEC, which he's got to manage with, I'm sure he's got a team of attorneys that are handling it. It's just something that's getting on his nerves. It's something that will come to some sort of stalemate in which nothing about the world really changes except what powerful people's time was wasted. They're frustrated, and I'm just getting back at you for doing X, Y, Z. As you know, I'm sure a lot of people lost money. A lot of major investors lost money when Elon took over Twitter, has turned to X. It's really changed the platform in general. But the 2 years after, or 3 years after he took over Twitter X, now the lawsuit is coming together. Do you think it's coincidental that it's happening so close to the inauguration of President Trump back in office as the 47th president, and Elon being the largest donor in that, 250 to the tune of 250 million? These are not coincidental. But at the end of the day, we also know that nothing really about the world is going to significantly change. This is just designed to get on Elon's nerves. And if you've seen how he engages in public, it doesn't seem to be that hard to get on his nerves. So sometimes people are just petty enough to do something like, because when you say people, you're like, well, the SEC is a governing body. Yes, the Securities and Exchange Commission is a governing body. but it's powerful people that influence other powerful people in these positions to take on something like suing the richest man on the planet, according to some figures. I'm sure he's probably not the actual richest man on the planet, but that's neither here nor there. But powerful people playing their war games in order to frustrate one another. And we all sit on the sideline and watch and have our 2 cents on it. But at the end of the day, people, when they're getting these positions, they don't like their cheese moved. They don't like somebody one upping them. And this is simply a way to frustrate him, and change perhaps the trajectory of what he's doing, or take his focus off of something probably more important for him to address at this moment. But I just find it very interesting on the timing. I'm just going to jump around and see if we can pick up any nuggets as well. In December, Musk's lawyer said that the SEC proposed a settlement offer to end the Twitter investigation. It required Musk to pay a fine or face the lawsuit. According to a letter that Musk posted on X, Musk's lawyer appeared to reject the offer and accused the agency of engaging in improperly motivated campaign against Musk, a tactic Spirio has often used. So basically, it's like, hey, pay this fine, or we're going to make this public. We're just going to get on your nerves if you just don't do what we would say. This is not that big of a story, even though it's in the Wall Street Journal, even though it's like this, oh my gosh, the SEC sued. If the SEC sued you or I, that'd be a big story in our lives. But this is really just war games amongst powerful people. Hey, space and equity, when you come correct, they can't stop you.